What's up, y'all? We back with another video.
Yes, we are.
In this video, we're gonna do a little cook with me, and then we're gonna do a mukbang. So stay tuned.
Oh, what?
I don't miss that shit. You find you don't get that shit.
So first, we're gonna do. So we're making chili cheese fries, basically. Yeah, but a little different. But anyways, first we're gonna put a foil on a pan, and then we're gonna put in our fries first, and then we're gonna cook our ground beef. So you want to lay your fries out evenly, one single layer, so they all cook and they're nice and crispy and whatnot. And now onto the ground beef. So we have our ground beef here thawed out. And we're just gonna throw it in the pot. Alright, so that's in the pot. So now we're gonna season it up. Cause you know.
I'm gonna cut up the onions and peppers to throw in the ground beef as it cooks. You know.
Okay, that's big holes. And now I'm just gonna play with it so it gets all separated. And I'm just gonna leave this alone to cook. And we're also having chicken tenders with this. So I just threw in the onions and peppers, and we're just gonna mix it in so it's all even. And just let it cook down with the ground beef.
What?
And now for the chicken tenders, we're just gonna line another pan with foil, put them in, and let them cook. Alright, so now the fries are done.
Fries are done. We're basically gonna use these pans as like a personal pan and put our fries in, put the meat on top, cheese, all of the other things we want to put in there.
Alright, so this is mine. I mean, they look the same.
They're just fries right now, you know?
So I'm gonna put it on this so it stays warm. So the order we're gonna do is the fries, cheese, meat, and then some more cheese. Be mad good.
Mad good, mad good. Tell them that, baby.
Just like that. Take a little bit more for the edges, and then a crunchy cheese. Nothing like it. I'm gonna take some cayenne pepper, right? Put it on the cheese, because you know that little spiciness going on the jalapeno. So again, she wants to be just like me, like I just said. The chili cheese fries, or am I did that right? Okay. So boom, we got our seasoning on our fries and our cheese.
Now it's time for the meat. Meat. Pass in the pot.
It's not Arby's. You always have to drain your meat so it's not oily. Because who wants soggy fries? Not me. So boom, we take the pot, right? I'm gonna take a nice healthy spoon, you know? And drizzle it in. I'm gonna take another half spoon probably. You gotta make sure you season it good. So now you got that. You want me to do yours too?
Yeah.
You want just as much meat as me?
Yeah.
Alright, so boom, look, you gotta drizzle the meat on there. Sorry for our baby crying, you know, it's
Can never make a video.
hard to being a parent. Don't regret anything now. And then we get to just add more cheese, you know?
Just like that, all done. Spicy food, but all of a sudden, the last few days I don't like the spicy food. And just like that, I'm probably just red hot on that too.
I'm gonna add a little taco sauce on mine. Get a little.
I'll do that after. Wait until it gets crunchy.
No, we're hot. Just a little bit. Nothing crazy. Well.
This is what hers looks like. And that's what mine looks like. And y'all see the end result.
Alright, so we just took our tenders out and they're good to go.
Yes, we are.
So right now we're just gonna clean up because we wanna clean as you go. We still have leftover meat, so we'll probably just do something with that tomorrow or add some if we want tonight. But other than that, everything else is done. We're just waiting for our fries to cook and be finished. So now we're just gonna wrap it up and clean up, and then we'll get right into the mukbang. Sit right in. I wasn't ready for that.
Is done?
The seasoning is right on point. The fries is crunchy, is nice and cheesy. Honestly, I hope we can do mukbangs because I'm just trying to eat, to be honest. Alright, so our mukbang topic is going to be like, how did we get where we are now? Type of video, if that makes sense. I think it was May 15th, I think, was the day. We first moved into our first apartment last year, May 15th, 2019. So that was our first big move.
That was amazing. I was so happy.
We were basically living there for a couple months. And we ended up moving to where we are now, obviously.
Our first apartment was a one-bedroom, basically.
It was beautiful. Beautiful bathroom.
Newly renovated, so everything was up to date and
Beautiful
new.
kitchen. I mean, don't get me wrong, it was very small, but it worked for both of us. But then we had a new addition. So we had to move up to obviously something bigger. So then we moved here, and this is the 2-bedroom. And our first apartment, basically, the kitchen was attached to the living room, so it wasn't like a door or a separate room. It was a big room, and both of them were together. So now we actually have a kitchen, which is its own room, living room, which is its own room, connected by a hallway. So it's much better for us. And Baby Boy now has his own room. We don't know what we would do if we was living at the old place
because things would have been tight.
It was getting tight for both of us. So it's much better now that we moved. But basically, what I want to talk about is how we got to the point to move out. So basically, obviously you gotta save. Like, you really have to save. You have to have a stable job because you don't want to save, get the money to move out, and then don't got the money to pay your rent, your utilities. Something happen with your car, this and that. You always want to have you know, money on the side, or make sure you have a stable job. You know you're not gonna lose. You know you're not gonna want to quit from, so you can pay your bills, especially like your phone, your utilities, your car. And maybe you want to treat yourself every now and then. You want to have a steady income. Something that really helped us was tax season. Not even gonna lie to you. Once you get that check, if you got a good check, you know, a good stable job or multiple jobs, I don't know, and you got a good check, you can put that to your savings. Another thing you really need to have is good credit, because you can have $1 million, but if you have bad credit or you have no credit at all, you have nothing to show for it. Like, nobody's gonna be able to trust you. So people can basically tell you're good with your money by your credit score, which is messed up kind of, because, you know, not everybody believes in credit or wants to have a credit card because they don't want to
mess it up.
Yeah, they don't want to have that and have money to spend when they don't have money, and then you got to pay it back. But yeah, so it's messed up, but at the end of the day, like, that's how people trust you, not knowing you and how good you are with your money. Another thing is you have to make sure you're able to transfer your job, or if you're gonna keep your job where it is, make sure you have a smart commute plan, or you have a car, or you know how to take a bus, a train, whatever the case may be. Because, like I said, you want to have a steady income and not be able to not lose your job. So you just want to make sure you have that situation right. So what we both ended up doing was we took our work to where we moved. So basically, I still work at the same place, but I transferred to a different store, and he just quit his job altogether and got a new job where we were living. Another tip is try to move somewhere, like, especially if it's your first place, try to move somewhere where there's somebody you know that's nearby. Because say if times you realize you weren't ready to move, or times get tough, something happens, or like we are now, we're in this big pandemic and you need something real quick, like, hey, you got any toilet paper, you got any paper towels, like, can I get some eggs, can I get some sugar? You know, you want to live by somebody that you can trust to ask them for stuff. Because or you can be like, come good friends with your neighbors, whatever the case may be. You always want to move somewhere where, like, especially your first place. If you move before then, it's different. But your first place, you always want to try to make sure you have somebody that you know, or you're close with, or you know somebody that can come to you, or you can go to them if you need something, or whatever the case may be. Say you don't have lights, you don't have water, you can go over there, whatever the case may be. Let's just say that. Another tip is definitely like a security thing. If you're moving out and you're not moving out with somebody, like, this is not for everybody, but just try to maybe have somebody sleep there with you the night, or just have like weapons or something. Like, you never know, especially if you don't know the area. If you're moving somewhere you know, then that's different. But if you don't know the area, try to have somebody sleep with you the night, just 1 or 2 nights, or like, just know you're well equipped, or whatever the case may be.
Ready for anything.
Yeah, because you don't know, you don't know who has the key to your door, or there could have been somebody that lived there, they didn't change the locks, you never know. So just try to be safe and always play it safe. Yeah. And just always, like, you can ask your landlord questions or whatever the case may be. Just try to be safe. Just really try to be safe.
Well, I just got to make sure you're protected for by any means necessary, you know what I mean? Somebody comes into your house, you want to make sure you're safe. It's not like, oh my god, what do I do?
Yeah.
So.
And another thing, adding to safety, like, make sure, like, family, of course, make sure, like, at least, I would say 2 to 3 people have your address. Like, you know, don't move and go AWOL or whatever. Like, just go MIA. Make sure certain people have your address, so in case, like, say you're not answering your phone, whatever.
Somebody can come check up on you.
Yeah.
You're not just by yourself and somebody like,
Mm-hmm.
and nobody knows where you are.
Uh-huh.
Like we moved to somewhere where we were close to her family member, but then again, we're not too far from where we used to live.
Mm-hmm.
It's only like a 20-25 minute drive. Not too far, you know. People are always calling to check up on us, but I feel like it was a great experience, our first apartment, and especially now. It helped us build our relationship stronger, but it could get hard if you guys aren't really like, if you're not really committed to what you guys want. Like if you guys don't have the same like mindset of what you want to do and what you guys have planned for the future and where you guys want to be in a few years, you know what I mean? It could have got really hard. But we knew what we wanted to do. We know how strong we are.
And another thing is, I don't feel like this was the way for us because we've had multiple situations where we were like sleeping together or whatever the case may be. Anyways, people say this all the time, and you don't know somebody until you live with them. Like, people are so ready to move in with each other, this and this and that. And then you realize this person is a slob. Like, this person is a neat freak. This person, that this and this and that. And you might hate the way they live. So, I would recommend set boundaries, but also before you move in with somebody, if you're planning on moving in with somebody, make sure you guys talk about your living styles and your situations, or maybe you go to their house and see how like their room is or this and you know what I'm saying? Because you live with somebody and you realize they're a slob, you're a neat freak, you guys don't mix and mingle, and then you're ready to leave or so just make sure like you guys are on the same page on how you like to live and your way of life, because it may not work out. You guys are not going to be the same person, and boom, period.
You always gotta say period. Yeah, but just make sure you know your partner and what you guys are getting into. I feel like for us it wasn't bad. Like certain things we learned about each other as living together. Like it's nothing crazy, but it's like you just have to have things set up to where you both are comfortable and you both know each other, and also be willing to learn more about each other and build as a couple, you know what I mean? And once you move in, there's no like, I'm going to do this, or I'm going to spend this money. It's like, you're a team now, so you have to be like, oh, is it cool? Not is it cool, but like, just have a conversation or something and figure out what's going on and how to handle yourself.
I feel like if you're moving in with the relationship, you guys have to understand that it's no more, oh, I'm going to turn off my phone, or like when you guys get mad and get in an argument.
Oh, yeah. There's none of that.
There's no more, I'm going to turn off my phone, or I'm going to go to this room, or I'm going to go here, I'm going to run away, or whatever. You're here.
Because sleeping at night next to somebody.
Together.
You don't want to sleep next to somebody and you guys were just arguing, you know what I mean? You have to be able to talk about it and be able to have a conversation about what was going on, you know what I mean?
I feel like if your relationship is not strong enough to talk about your issues or your differences, you should not be moving in together, because when you do get upset and you guys aren't strong enough to talk it out, then what are you going to do? Like, you guys are just going to sit on the same couch and ignore each other? Like, it's not going to work. So you guys have to be a very strong, committed relationship, and you got to tough it out. You got to deal with it.
Like, especially, like, certain things are going to be said. People are going to feel some type of way. But you guys are in a relationship, and you have to just build through it and work through it. Because it's not going to be easy.
It's not going to be easy. It's not easy.
It's not. You just have to be willing to build and learn. You know what I mean? Set up something so if you guys do get into an argument.
I just pick my nose.
If you guys do get into an argument, you guys are able to sit down and have a conversation, you know what I mean? Even if you guys have like a safety word, oh, I'm getting upset. Leave me alone. Not leave me alone, but give me some space, you know what I mean? Because even living together, you still need space from each other. You know? It went from not living with each other to seeing each other like every other day or every day.
Every single day. In each other's face.
Every single day. And now you're just like, chill with the person all day, every day, and it's like
Annoying.
it's not. I don't think it's annoying. I think it's like, yeah, we need space every now and then, but it's like you just have to know what your partner wants and what.
And I feel like another thing that's very important if you're moving in with the relationship is compromise. Like, you have to compromise. Like, somebody might like their stuff like this. Like, say if you like your pots high and the person likes their pots low, like, you gotta compromise.
That's not really an argument.
Sometimes you
guys are arguing over pots.
No.
Like,
it's not. No, nobody said an argument. Like, if he likes something and I don't like it, like, sometimes I gotta listen. That's what he likes. Sometimes you gotta let him do what he likes, and then other times he lets you do what you like, even though he doesn't like it. But you have to compromise for the other person. It can't be your way all the time, and it can't be his way all the time, and you guys are not gonna agree all the time. So therefore, you gotta compromise, and that's just how it has to be. Another tip I have would definitely be, don't rush to move out if you're not ready or if you have other plans. For example, like if you're in school and you want to be in school, I would completely 150 times not suggest that you move out on your own or even with somebody, because, like, first of all, you might just like overkill yourself by going to school and work, trying to support yourself to be in a place like that. Always is gonna come. That can wait. You're obviously gonna get your own place one day. We're all gonna get old. So I feel like if you want to get your own place, fine. But if you're in school or have a different plan, do not rush it. It's gonna come. It just might not come right now. But focus on your dreams and what you want to do with your life, because you only get this life once. So do it the right way according to what you want to do. Do it the right way according to what you want to do, and don't rush because everybody's doing it or you see this person doing it. Your time will come. Literally, your time will come. Not everybody moves at the same pace. Not everybody has the same life or the same opportunities. So therefore, do it at your own pace. Live your life how you want to live it. Don't look at anybody else and be like, I wish. No. Because some people wish they were still in school like you. Some people wish they were doing this like you, doing that like you. So, do you.
Be yourself.
Alright guys, that concludes this video. I hope you enjoyed.
Tell your mother to tell her friend, to tell her sister, tell her auntie.
You don't do it as good as me.
I don't.
Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you tell your auntie, tell your sister, tell your brother, tell your mother, tell your whatever.
Mad extra.
Until next time.
Peace.